The security strategy of IGAD is majorly focusing on the priorities of our member states.
When IPSHA was coming to an end and we have had several meetings, people feel being orphaned. And that tells you that we were actually playing a critical role in the people's lives.
Asia is one of the projects we supported in member states.
We collect data from the field and also from the media.
In the heart of East and the Horn of Africa, where regional tensions have often threatened stability, one organization has been working tirelessly to prevent conflicts from escalating. This is the story of the IGAD Conflict Early Warning and Response Mechanism. In 2018, East Africa experienced a devastating drought. A drought that threatened to pull at the strings of the fabric of unity that had been woven carefully and consistently by various stakeholders in the region. A key worry at the time was the eruption of violence in a critical triangle that had been of concern for decades.
The peace and the security strategy defines the major capabilities that require us to address the peace and the security of the region, like IGAD C1, conflict early warning.
We started engagement in the pastoral areas.
But by the end of the drought period, the fears that had earlier been expressed did not come to pass.
We went through a rigorous process of consultations all the way from the grassroots, asking the lower level actors on what would they want to see C1 do for them. And then we came up with 15 conflict themes aggregated in 5 sectors of economy, governance, social, security, and environment.
This critical intervention, which resulted in the safeguarding of property and lives by steering neighboring communities away from conflict and towards peaceful coexistence, was the brainchild of the Conflict Early Warning and Response Mechanism, C1. C1 was established in 2002 on the basis of a protocol signed by member states of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD. In establishing C1, the 8 IGAD member states of Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, Sudan, and Uganda made a major strategy decision to utilize early warning and early response to prevent violent conflict. A decision aimed at serving the aspirations of their people for shared prosperity and a sustained just peace.
That time that C1 was being established, there was a lot of violent conflict involving communities, both inside the member states, but also across the border. And we could be called upon to be able to really not only share the conflict early warning, but also to initiate some kind of responses.
As a mechanism, C1's mandate is to assess situations that could potentially lead to violence or conflicts and prevent escalation. C1 was at inception primarily focused on preventing conflicts related to cross-border pastoralists and other associated issues. But this was not enough.
With the leadership currently, is very focused on what we call the integrated early warning. So we want to integrate this so that what are the weather people saying in their early warning? What is the conflict? So we bring the whole totality of the need and early warning, and so that the prevention also is in its complexity.
The expanded roles of C1 come with added responsibility. A responsibility of accountability to the IGAD member states at the intergovernmental level, as well as a responsibility to the citizens who make up the IGAD member states.
We prioritize partnership because that is how we get our early warning. We prioritize partnership because that is how we also can be able to initiate effective responses.
Having people at the heart of its programmatic work has resulted in great success for the project. Key among the successes is the prevention of at least 29 conflicts around the member states through a combination of age-old information gathering and cutting-edge technology to combat the complex and challenging conflicts around the region.
We are moving into the more use of this advancement in technology, especially in artificial intelligence. We are already thinking of how then do we also tap into social media.
We collect data from the field and also from the media. And those information are the ones that are analyzed, and that's how we prevent conflict.
The successes of these C1 interventions are not just felt in the situation rooms in C1 offices in Ethiopia's capital, Addis Ababa. They are felt in the homesteads of mothers who were once despairing at the thought of losing their sons to violent gangs. Yakub is the response coordinator for the C1 project. In his office hangs a testament to the tip of the iceberg of success that the project has achieved.
Asia is one of the projects we supported in member states. It's based in Mombasa, and we have done this with our implementing partner called Collaboration of Women in Development.
For the sons in Mombasa to steer away from conflict, and for the Karamoja, Toposa and Turkana to live in harmony in Uganda, South Sudan and Kenya respectively, C1 has over the years relied on critical partnerships that have enhanced the success rate of its interventions. One of them is the IGAD Promoting Peace and Stability in the Horn of Africa project, IPSHAR.
IPSHAR is a very important project which implemented in our region, and it affirms the commitment of our partners that give attention to our peace and the security of the region.
We are now getting the full grip of the issues, and then it's coming to an end. So we are at the moment now looking for the resources to be able to continue. We don't interrupt the gains that we have already made.
Through the IPSHAR support, we have commissioned the National Research Institutes.
Although these critical partnerships have provided a much-needed boost, much more needs to be done.
All the capacity building programs is focusing on strengthening the capacity of our member states.
When IPSHAR was coming to an end and we have had several meetings, people feel being orphaned in a way.
More than 2 decades after the formation of C1, tangible results from its interventions can be seen across the 8 IGAD member states, benefiting tens of millions of people. Data collected by its field officers has proved pivotal in helping decision-making communities prevent violent conflict and increase peace and stability within the IGAD member states. All this for the good and peaceful coexistence of the people around the region.